Spanning more than 15 successful seasons and covering the country from Florida, North Carolina, Iowa, Ohio, Oklahoma, California, and Virginia, this is League One NCAA football. This is League One NCAA football.
Longhorns up and all to a special League One College Game Day episode here. We're going to do a live Season 19 Bowl reveal as we've come to the end of the season, end of the year of Season 19. Lots of exciting things have happened. Such a great season. To start us off, we're going to go ahead and take a look into how our conference championship games finished out this year for some of the users. First game we'll mention, these are just user games. We had the American Conference Championship game come down to the wire last week as Navy was unable to take down USF in a rematch game where Navy won in the regular season. USF gets their revenge in the American Conference Championship game, and USF wins this year's American Conference Championship over the Midshipmen. In the Big Ten Championship game, we saw Indiana take on Northwestern, and Indiana was able to win that one pretty handily, 38-21 over the Wildcats to defend their title in the Big Ten Championship game to be back-to-back Big Ten champions. In the Big 12 Championship game, West Virginia made it for their first time under Coach Brack 5 and getting their chance to try to get some revenge against Oklahoma State. But Oklahoma State came ready as they were 12-0, and they had their sights set on the national title game and was not going to let the Mountaineers get in their way of that possibility of a national title. So Oklahoma State goes in there, takes care of business, and they win the Big 12 championship game 55-21. In the MAC championship, Buffalo takes on Western Michigan, and Buffalo pulls out the narrow victory 27-24 to give Coach his first MAC championship. It's not the first time they've been there, but gives him his first MAC championship. And there's been lots of rumors that there has been schools coming his way to possibly try to steal him from the Buffalo. So could this be a great sign-off for the coach to get a conference championship, a MAC conference championship under his belt before he heads off to somewhere else? Only time will tell. We'll have to see when we get into the offseason this year. And the last user conference championship game we had was in the SEC as Mississippi State finally gets their way into the SEC championship game, and they take on the Gators of Florida, and they are able to beat the Gators 30-24 in the SEC championship game. So congrats to our users that were able to win their conference championship games this year. It's a big accomplishment for those coaches to be able to get that done. Before we head into the bowl reveals, we'll quickly go ahead and show you guys this year's All-American teams, the Heisman winner and the award winners. Not going to go deep into them, just going to show you guys the results and just see there, obviously, and say who the winner is. Obviously, you see the winner of the Season 19 Heisman Trophy was none other than the wide receiver Ricky Sanders, the wide receiver from Syracuse, go ahead and wins this year's trophy as we see the runners-up for this year's Heisman Trophy. In the All-Americans, we go ahead and look at this year's first team All-American as you will go through these. Again, just wanted to show you guys this year's All-American team. As we'll point out, user players. Obviously, we see the first user player on this list, Brian Lowe from Indiana. You have Scott Daniels from Mississippi State, Ricky Sanders from Syracuse. Greg Darby, right guard from Indiana. Forrest Gregg from Syracuse, and right tackle. Reggie White, right end from Syracuse. Chris Kramer, the D tackle from Mississippi State. Fez Colbert from Buffalo, making the first team All-American. at left outside linebacker. Bruce Cox, Mississippi State, first team middle linebacker. John Floyd, freshman redshirt, coming in on the first team All-American team from Indiana. Brig Owens, the corner from Syracuse. Paul Krause, the free safety. Sorry, I don't know why I said punter. It's the P throwing me off there. Free safety from Syracuse there. Ken Houston, strong safety from Syracuse. A lot of secondary guys coming from Syracuse on this first team. And returner to round out the first team All-Americans, David Raymond from Indiana rounds out the first team. And we'll look at the second team, see if we got any more users making it maybe on the second team. Jeff Bosick, the center from Syracuse, making the list on the second team, as well as Trey Johnson, the right guard from Syracuse. Trevor Moore from Navy making the second team at right tackle. T-Pain, the right end from Buffalo on second team. Roby Willis from Washington making it as the right outside linebacker on the second team. Wilbert Marshall, right outside linebacker for Syracuse, making the second team. Mike Watson, free safety, Navy. Tim McDonald, strong safety from Syracuse. Crazy to see two strong safeties from Syracuse, one on the first team and one on the second team. That's secondary deadly for the Orange. And Matt Felder from West Virginia, being the returner for the second team All-American team. And last, we'll only look at the freshmen. Each user coach can go ahead and look to see if they made their all-conference. We are just looking at the All-American teams. So here's our all-freshman teams. See if we had anybody have some standout freshmen in the user teams, or on the user teams, I should say. Webster Slaughter from Syracuse making it as a wide receiver. We see freshman redshirt Johnny Ford at right guard from Indiana. Morgan Moses from Syracuse at right tackle. Bobby Kraft, middle linebacker from Indiana. John Floyd, that stud right outside linebacker that made the first team, All-American team. Michael Harris at right outside linebacker from Mississippi State. Adam Leonard from Indiana at corner. Tyrone Bradford, free safety from Mississippi State. We got Carl Adams, strong safety from Tulsa, representing there. And that'll do it for the all-freshman All-American team. And last but not least, before we get into this year's bowl games, we will look at each award winner. As you see, the Maxwell will go to Ricky Sanders, the senior with one heck of a season. You see his stats up there above, and you can see the teams listed below, or the other players listed below that were in the running. Ricky Sanders also is going to win the Walter Camp Award. The Bennett Award goes to Ken Houston, the strong safety from Syracuse. The Nagurski, also going to Ken Houston, strong safety from Syracuse. The O'Brien Award goes to Sean Green out of Northwestern. First award to go to a non-user team. First one to go on to a non-Syracuse team. The Walker, Doak Walker. Might be saying that wrong. The Walker Award going to Scott Daniels, the running back from Mississippi State, had 2,606 all-purpose yards, 25 total touchdowns. What a game. The Blitnikoff going to Ricky Sanders, which is no surprise as he won the Heisman. The Mackey going to Charles Bray of Marshall. The Outland Trophy going to Jeff Bosick out of Syracuse. The Remington going to Trey Pitts from Michigan. The Lombardi went to Anthony Wilson from Florida State. Best Linebacker Award goes to John Floyd, the freshman redshirt outside linebacker from Indiana. The Thorpe going to Ken Houston, his third individual award. The Groza going to Jamal Clark, the kicker from Michigan State. The Guy Best Punter Award going to a freshman from Michigan, Tommy Penn. And the Best Returner going to David Raymond, the junior from Indiana. And that will do it for the awards for season 19. And I know you guys have been waiting. We've had a few coaches, quite a few of them, make bowl games this year. A few of them did not, myself included as one of those guys that unfortunately did not make a bowl. But we do have some users that made a bowl. And we had some pretty interesting things happen, as we had 3 coaches in the top 4, one not playing in the conference championship game, 2 of them playing in one. One of them won their conference, the other one lost. So we were wondering what would happen. Where would the pollsters vote and place these teams in their final spots? And we will find out here in just a moment.
Two polls, 6 computers, 1 set of answers. The complete postseason landscape on the Bowl Selection Special next.
Welcome to ESPN's College Football Bowl Selection Special.
And here we go. The first user bowl game is going to be at the Holiday Bowl, which will feature the Washington Huskies going up against the Texas Longhorns. So, exciting matchup to see there. Our very first user game in a bowl game, Holiday Bowl, featuring the Texas Longhorns and the Washington Huskies. Cannot wait for that matchup between those two coaches, between those two teams. Obviously, Texas with a lot of history, and Washington has its up and downs. Had the season where the coach went out for the year due to illness and was able to come back to his team. So, excited for that game. As we get ready to reveal the next game, it's going to be the Go Daddy Bowl. And it's going to feature the 21st ranked Buffalo team going up against Georgia Southern. As could this, like we said before, lots of rumors. The coach could be heading somewhere in the offseason. He's had a few schools approach him already. So could this be his sign-off game with Buffalo? Only time will tell. Is Seneca going to be there? I don't know. You will have to ask GoDaddy yourself. I'm just here to make the announcements. The next bowl game, one of the a good bowl game, not one of the top 6 bowls, or I should say maybe 6 bowls. But we shall find out. Not one of the last non-BCS bowl games to announce here is going to be the Cotton Bowl. That's a pretty good matchup that we're going to see the 13th ranked Alabama Crimson Tide going up against the Big 12 runner-up, the West Virginia Mountaineers. This is an interesting matchup. I cannot wait to see this one, as Alabama and West Virginia will go off head-to-head against one another. And what should be a classic Cotton Bowl game there. And now, we reveal the final games that are included in the BCS bowl games. The top tier, the most prized games that all coaches, of course, all coaches want to get the national title, but if you can't get the national title, a BCS bowl is almost just as good. But first, to make sure nothing gets ruined by who's in what BCS bowl games, we are going to go ahead and announce this year's national title game. The season 19 BCS national title game will be between the number 2 Indiana Hoosiers going up against the number 1 undefeated Oklahoma State Cowboys, which I just realized I made a spelling mistake on there. Ignore that. But the Hoosiers are going to be playing in the national title game. I believe this is Coach Seawag's first appearance in the national title game. So such a amazing season for him. Obviously, we all wish the best for all our coaches, but of course, it's exciting to see another user make the national title and Coach Seawag's first national title game. But there is lots of skeptics and lots of things going on that, lots of people are. This is why we want to get rid of the BCS system. Indiana's only loss came to a 4-8 Ole Miss team, where Syracuse, the first team looking out, only loss was to a top 10 Clemson team who won the ACC championship. So, a lot can be said about that, but it looks as though the BCS system ended up giving it to Indiana for, I would think, winning the Big Ten championship game might have been the deciding factor. But we will see the Indiana Hoosiers playing in their first national title game, and the streak for Syracuse, unfortunately, they lost their long winning streak against Clemson, and not only did Clemson end that, but essentially that loss to Clemson ended their 5-in-a-row national title bid. What an amazing, amazing run from Coach Spector in the Orange. I can guarantee next season that Clemson game is going to be circled in big red circle on them wanting to get some revenge, because they definitely ruined Syracuse's run of national title and their 70, I believe it was 77, something like that, straight wins in a row. And for the rest of the BCS games in this year's, it says PlayStation Fiesta Bowl, but obviously in the game it is labeled the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. But we're gonna see another rematch. This was Navy's first game of the season, and now it's gonna be their last game of the season, as the number 5 Michigan Wolverines will be facing the number 7 Navy Midshipmen in the Fiesta Bowl. So Navy is gonna get their second shot at the Wolverines. Hopefully this time it ends in their favor, but this should be a great matchup. We know the mind of Coach Six Gun Ninja and how well he prepares his teams. And I've already playing Michigan this year. Definitely expect a different outcome. Cannot wait to see what happens in that game. And the last BCS game to reveal is this year's Sugar Bowl, and it is going to be a user matchup. Number 3 Syracuse and number 6 Mississippi State going at it in a user BCS Bowl. What an exciting thing to happen. We get a user bowl game and a user BCS bowl game, a big time bowl game, Sugar Bowl, between the Orange and Mississippi State. That's super exciting. Cannot wait to watch all of these games, of course. But wow, what a season this has been for our users. Cannot wait for all of these games to be played. Obviously, we will be having all of these games televised either in Discord or on Twitch, depending on what user game it is, who is hosting it. But as it being the bowl season, all games will be televised. Cannot wait for this. Stay tuned in the Discord to stay updated when these games will be live, as well as the website for this. So excited to get to reveal these live to you guys. Obviously, for you user guys, or for the guys in here that are part of the league, the week has been spun. You are able to come in here and check everything out, as we are now in conference or bowl game week. But I love to be able to bring the live bowl reveal to our users who've been, I know, excited and cannot wait to see who they were playing and who they'll be up against. So glad for you guys to have gotten to be here, be a part of it. We'll see you guys in the Discord channel for the chat to talk about these games. This has been a League One production, League One Game Day Special Edition Bowl Reveal. I am Coach Silent Storm of the Duke Blue Devils. Wishing you guys a wonderful rest of your night, and look forward to seeing you guys here in the postseason. Hope you guys again have a wonderful night. This is Silent Gaming and the League One Game Day signing off.